Good morning. It's about 6 o'clock here at Gold Coast Hospital. It's the morning after my procedures. I came out of theatre about 4 o'clock yesterday, and from when I woke up, I felt absolutely fine. Never had any side effects from the being put under or the procedures themselves. Everything went really well and as expected. The only issue I had was I felt a bit of pain, which was because of the catheter. And I wouldn't even call it pain, it was like a stinging sensation, pretty strong but not too bad. But it was, there's no nice way to put it. The catheter goes in the eye of your penis, and that's got bags running through of fluid down into your bladder to flush out your bladder and keep the water flow and the urine flow, because obviously you can't go to the toilet because of that catheter. So it flushes your system out, flushes your bladder out. So obviously, because that's where it is a pretty strong stinging sensation, but it did get a bit better after a while. But it was like a bit annoying for most of the night. And the way I could describe the catheter, I suppose, which any male, especially young male probably, I would describe it as, I learned a long time ago, when you're either having a shower, don't get soap in your eye of your penis. It stings like hell. So that's as far as I remember, because it's been a long time. I was probably a teenager at the time when that happened. If you get soap in your penis, it stings like hell. So that was the feeling that I'd call it. So yeah, not very pleasant, but anyway. So the drip, the catheter's in there, and I'm very lucky, really, because the nurses have to come and empty the bag, which is down beside the bed. I can't see the bag, but it's down there because they've had to drain that bag and about 4 times since I came out of the theatre, and it was pretty clear. Like most of the time it was nearly just, I'm not sure what the fluid is in the bags, whether it's water or some sort of solution to flush out the bladder, but it was really clear, like a slight tinge of yellow, but very clear. So the nurses were very happy with that, because that's a good sign that there's no blood or anything in it. And one of the nurses actually said, it's very good, and you're lucky, because sometimes that fluid that's coming out of your bladder is just congealed blood, thickened old blood and everything. And then where the catheter goes in is really painful, because you can imagine it's trying to squeeze that blood and everything out through the end of the catheter into the bag. So I'm very lucky there. So when she told me that, I thought, yes, it's only a slight stinging, gnawing sensation, not too bad at all. So I've been lucky. Yeah, well, the morning after my procedures, and the doctor's been in. It's not the result I was hoping for at this stage. They removed the 2 centimetre tumour from my bladder, and the doctor said that looks like cancer, and I'm pretty sure they know by looking at it these days. Looks like cancer, but we won't have the results have been samples been sent away, and we won't have the results until a week or 2, and then we'll go from there, he said. So now I'm just waiting for him to come back, the nurses I suppose, remove the catheter, have some breakfast and get out of here. Stay tuned. Wow, breakfast time. I'm certainly hungry. I've got a bit of a selection here. I've got some cornflakes, milk, orange juice, 2 fruits, coffee, bread roll I think that is, and some jam, and some baked beans and tomato. Time to dig in. So, I've got the catheter removed, which wasn't much fun at all. I didn't realise how long it was. It goes right up into the bladder. And didn't feel too good, but not too bad. But as soon as they pull that out, then you feel like just wanting to go to the toilet, and yeah, there's a bit of leakage in that, of course, but no, all good. So that's out. Went and had a shower, I've had breakfast, and got dressed, and now I thought I might be going soon, but I've got to wait, because you've got to keep drinking water and urinate 3 times in a bottle, so each time they can test that urine and then check your bladder to make sure that there's more coming out than what's left in your bladder, as far as I can gather, to make sure it's flushing out properly. And then we get the all okay to go home until we get the results in a couple of weeks. But until then, all good, even though a little bit was negative because the doctor thinks it is cancer. But bladder cancer caught early is definitely treatable. It's hopefully not a big issue. Most people go for a bit of treatment and it's all good. So you just got to have checkups to make sure it doesn't come back, of course. But it just goes to show you that getting checked and finding these things out early is 100 times better than 12 months down the track when it's spread right through your bladder and can even be spread through more. So I'm pretty positive, still positive. It's a bit of a not what you want to hear when the doctor comes in and tells you the word cancer, which we all dread, but it could be a lot worse. So stay tuned if you're interested in this story, and I will keep you updated. But I just can't wait to get out of here and go and get a nice cup of coffee.